What up, what up, what up? Welcome to the Jusballout podcast. I'm Just Nicks.
I'm Jay Red.
What up, Art?
It's your boy AB. We here. NBA week is kicked off.
Yeah, we in the building, man. Back for a new season. This is opening night, October 19th, Tuesday. We just got done watching the first game of the season. Brooklyn at Milwaukee. Milwaukee copped them some rings. It was a great game, man. Looked like Milwaukee, they still hungry. They still got something to prove. You know, I kind of had a little question mark on their season too, because I'm like, man, with so many injuries, bro. I don't know if I just want to give it to him, but like, and man, you got to give it to Giannis, man. As much as, you know, we might throw a little shade on this game, dude just keep coming back, getting better and better, and just keep working on that jump shot. And man, you know, he aggressive star, man.
Yeah. I mean, he kind of came right back to what he was doing in the finals. Just we knew the three was coming. But after that, he was just all in the paint, giving everybody the business. So you expect that.
Man, he looking scary. I can admit I was one of the dudes, you know, who gives the throw a little shade at his game here and there, but you know, his performance in the finals right into ring night, he taking it at everybody. He think everybody is a mismatch. He bullying you. They running in transition. They hitting shots.
They got shooters everywhere.
Yeah, like, I mean, Brooklyn, they're a good Milwaukee, excuse me, they're a good team, man. Like, they won the championship for a reason, for sure.
No, facts. I even like, man, Jordan Nwora, man, was balling out there tonight, man.
We were just watching him preseason the other day. He's definitely gonna help.
He got G for real.
Grayson Allen looked good.
I think he was a great pickup. A great pickup. The thing with him is like, I think that's even when we take it back on the last podcast we was talking about, is that when you got like good IQ players on great teams, like that type of stuff stands out. Like he a 4-year Duke player that come in. He didn't come in as a young player. You know, he come in like knowing to expect a role. Like a lot of times these young guys come in the league and they don't even understand what a role is. You know what I'm saying? They just
right.
They
want to be the man.
They just got done averaging 30 in a senior year and a good 21 in college. You know what I'm saying? For that 1 year.
Right.
So Jordan Nwora, Grayson Allen, even the Bucks. I mean, the Bucks didn't even have all of their reserves out there tonight.
Drew went down in the first half too.
And I was sick about that. Said he had a heel contusion.
He'll be back. Minor.
He'll be back, man. So yeah, it was good start to the season. I'm gonna say this, man. I was saving this, you know, we was talking. My thing with Brooklyn, man, Brooklyn's still gonna be scary, man. But dude, they're not gonna win a championship without getting a nice solid big. That Nicholas Claxton kid and LaMarcus Aldridge, that ain't gonna do it, bro. Like
Paul Millsap, man, he got ISO by Giannis's little brother, getting murdered, man.
that ain't gonna do it. They is not gonna win no ship with that. Like
Blake Griffin out. Oh man.
I mean, Blake, you save him for the playoffs, but like, dude, like Harden is like, even though he had like, you know, like if you look at this, you know, look at the stat sheet, you be like, all right, he played good. But it's like
dominated.
He's serving it to you on a platter. Like how you?
And he was still missing oops. Missing oops.
That's my thing. I'm like, nah, he ain't the one. One. And then
not for that type of situation. No, against Cleveland or they're playing a team like that, he'll look. But when it's playoff time and Giannis is down there running everybody, that's not time for Claxton for sure.
No, that
I don't think they're going to, you know, I think when it come to winning time, we're going to see a different Brooklyn Nets lineup. I think, you know, y'all right. Like, I think they'll play heavier minutes and he'll play a little less minutes in the offs. I like
they don't need a big though, cuz they gonna need a big though. They gonna need a.
I will say I want to see a little more time before I'm ready to write off LaMarcus Aldridge. He's been out of basketball for a minute. He's older. I know he's old.
bro.
He didn't look great tonight.
Did you see the lateral
guys
movement?
like
Did you see the lateral movement?
Let him get
guys
his
like that.
legs under him. Let him get his game legs under him.
Yeah, right. And then if he still looks bad, then I will agree with you. But I'm gonna at least give him benefit of the doubt. You know, he an OG.
And forget everything. They need to call Kyrie and say, "Bro,
speed dial."
Even with Kyrie, like, yeah, okay, buckets. My thing is, you gonna see Milwaukee again. Like, that was a test. That was just a feel out game, just to see how everybody looking, matchups look, everything.
It's ring night. Nobody loses ring night.
You need somebody inside. Like, you can't have KD in there playing with Giannis and them in the paint like that, bro. Like, it's just like he only can do so much. You know what I'm saying?
But bigs are getting phased out the NBA now. Well, they're starting to make a comeback, but
I'm saying
right now, in terms of where the resources, where Brooklyn can go to get one.
Yeah, I mean,
what can they do other than getting Ben Simmons or
buffed up Nicholas Claxton?
They got
same dude that can run the same dude that can pick and roll and run the lane. Like, I need a better Clint Capella. Give me some. You can go get you one of them.
That concerns me about DeAndre Jordan, because how bad was he that the Nets didn't even want him anymore?
I don't know. It was something.
I think it was a little more in the game than that.
They had to be more to it than that, because I'm like, yo.
I hope so.
Like,
I hope so.
Yeah. Man.
Hey, what about Patty Mills though, man? Shout out to him, looking good.
Shout out to Patty.
Real
man.
good.
Patty was
looking like Olympic Patty out there.
That was a good pickup for Brooklyn, bro.
He hit 4 straight threes, and Nash took him off the floor.
I saw, bro. Literally, I wrote that down. Like, noted it. Like, why did he sub Patty right here?
Especially like you're getting thumped on the road. It's open at night. Your team needs a spark. Like, ride the wave. Yeah. Let him play.
He put him back in like a couple minutes later. So like very short rest too. I think Steve probably looked down like, man, hey Patty.
Looked down and said he ain't had too much going on. he ain't got
Listen,
too much going on.
We can talk about this with Ben Simmons in a little bit too, but Brooklyn is in the same boat. It's a 3-team race out east. It's Milwaukee, Brooklyn, Philly. We know what Milwaukee got, but Philly and Brooklyn, they missing their stars. So in Brooklyn's case, obviously, it's complicated with the vaccine and all that stuff. But clearly, watching them play, you're like, oh, they really need a third guy. And that third guy is obviously Kyrie. But if Kyrie doesn't come back, like you said, Knicks, what do you do?
Man, I don't know. I think they expecting him to come back. They just, you know what I'm saying? They just try to, man, just let my man be cool for right now, man. We're gonna talk to him in a minute.
I think they'll look better too. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it's one game.
Yeah, they also just looking at their offense was stagnant. Like, all right, KD missed some shots that he normally make tonight. I will, you know what I'm saying? I think we can all say that, but it was still kind of like, I don't know, man. Like the ball just not as great as they are. The ball just sticks. You feel me? So it's like
it's gonna do that. It's gonna do that for the whole into the playoffs, bro.
I know, but I mean, it's so now when you have a night like Durant, he didn't even shoot terrible, but he was missing some little gimmies.
Yeah.
And Milwaukee's making shots. Like that's where that glaring hole of. I think even with Durant and James, I think they enough offensively, but they just gotta do something better than your turn, my turn kind of thing.
I mean, yeah.
Well, that's
you're gonna need some of that depth to help out too. Like you're gonna need Joe Harris to make shots.
Yeah.
You're gonna need those type of things. Like really, you're gonna get it from your core guys, and you need guys like Joe Harris, Patty Mills to keep shooting that thing, and a cat like Claxton to be able to run the lane and catch the lobs to kind of keep the defense on their toes with James Harden. That's all you really need, to be honest, because they cuz we know better. We watched they had the same offense last year. It ain't gonna change. You know what I mean? The only flow of offense that you're gonna get is James Harden and pick and roll and looking for shooters. And maybe
that's the game now.
Yeah, KD do a nice little pin down up everybody move out the way and let's get this. Let me get this side right here. That's all you're gonna really get. Too much. That's just how it go. You know how it go, man.
They're like the Boston Red Sox. I don't know how much baseball you guys watch, but Boston can't pitch at all. And they're right on the cusp of going to the World Series because they can score 10 runs a game. Yeah. So they don't care who they throw out there pitcher. They're like, we're just going to score more than you every time. And that's the Nets game plan. But when Kyrie's missing, now it's like, well, now we can't really outscore you and we can't check anybody either.
Man.
So
that first quarter was 37 points, 0 turnovers from Milwaukee. Like, that is a poor defensive effort by Brooklyn.
They looked like they were at practice out there. It was
well,
too easy.
A lot of it, they was getting killed on the offensive glass too. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm talking about having the Knicks Classic kid. And you got KD down there. Ain't nobody to rebound. Giannis gonna eat down there. Brook Lopez gonna eat down there. Like, they gonna get a second. They gonna get a couple of tips to get a bucket. You know what I'm saying? Period. And if you get a missed shot, if KD come down and shoot a long jump shot, long rebound, Giannis in transition, easy bucket. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I don't know.
I still think that they can go to the NBA Finals without Kyrie, but everything has to play out perfect. Like, their chemistry is gonna have to come up to speed. Like, you know. I think that they can, but they got to play perfect. They would have to play perfect to beat Milwaukee in a 7-game series without Kyrie. And that's hard, especially with a team that's now done it and they've been there, they're experienced, probably going to have home court.
Man,
that's going to be tough.
That chemistry make a difference. You can just tell watching Milwaukee winning the championship, keeping the core together, everybody coming back a little more comfortable, a little more confident, defending champs, man. Like, you can just tell.
Like Justin said, everybody just knows their role. You can tell everybody comfortable with what they're doing, and that's a tough team to beat. They got depth now too.
Yeah,
for sure. Hey, but moving on, I got to give a shout out to our ladies out there.
Yes.
Chicago Sky.
Shout out Candace.
Shout out Candace, man, coming to her hometown and getting it done on the first season, man. That's impressive.
Legend.
That's cool.
Adding to her legendary career, man. So shout out to Candace and the Chicago Sky.
Salute.
Also, I mean, hey, Art, man, you got to give us a new update for the week. Ben Simmons, man, he pulled up. but he pulled up a little disruptive, man. Give us a little rundown on what's going on with this situation and why he got, Doc sweating off his, his little line, his little imaginary line on his forehead.
It's like it's almost impossible to not have drama in the NBA, even in the offseason. Like, there's always going to be something. And Ben, as we talked about it on the last episode, he's at ends with his organization, but I also feel like he's kind of handling it wrong. And I feel like everybody can acknowledge that, but now it starts to turn into who's more at fault. But they said Ben came to practice and the security guard said hello and he ignored the security guard. Like, Ben, your beef is with Doc, the organization, not your team, not everybody else. But
Mr. Joseph, he's a nice guy.
He came to practice and was practicing with a phone in his pocket. Like, Ben, we get it. You don't want to be here, but
he in the jail sweats with the
only reason he's there at this point is because he doesn't want to lose money. We get it. So he shows up
losing money anyway.
Right, because you tell Doc you don't want to check in for a defensive drill. There has to be more there. You can tell there's a lot going between Ben and Doc specifically, because this actually didn't happen on the first day of practice. He actually came and practiced for a couple of days. George Niang, who's now there, he said it's like any other day. Danny Green said the same thing. He said it's good to have. And Doc was actually talking good about him after the first day. He said he practiced well. He's starting to play more, but apparently it wasn't enough. Obviously, there's going to be some more digging and more stuff surfacing. But now they told Ben to go home after he didn't want to do a specific practice drill. And now it just looks really bad because same thing with Brooklyn. This is different. Yeah. He's not ruled ineligible to play because of that. He's vaccinated. He's ready to go. But now it's like, at what point is this more of a detriment to your team? Because now every day they're going to be asking them about this and the whole 9 yards. But now they're asking for too much to trade them. Yeah. So it's like they're stuck. But you got to do something. If you're the GM, owner, president, what are y'all doing? Y'all moving on? Y'all just taking the first good thing? Are you sitting on it trying to work this out? What do you do?
Man, I have two answers to this. I have like the professional side of me where it's like, it's no way you can put him on the floor in the Philadelphia 76ers jersey no more. I think that relationship has ran its course. It's kind of obvious to me that he doesn't want to be a Sixer. That bridge is burned basically. So they need to kind of they have lost leverage in this trade situation. Yeah. So they're going to have to take less than what they originally thought that they were going to get for Ben.
Way less, if we're being honest.
Man, but the petty side of me is like, really, Ben? I might not even trade you and just let you sit here and lose money.
Sit here till I get the paper straight. You know
you feel like it's kind of part of me is like that. Like, man, you know what?
But if you're on Ben's team, whether you're his agent, his manager, his advisor, do you not think this is bad practice? Because now, who's going to want to trade for you? Because the next time something bad happens, is Ben just going to throw his hands up and quit and say, I don't want to be here and become a distraction again? Is it worth even trading for him, even if the price becomes realistic?
I still trade for him because he's still young, still got all the tools. He still can help you. And I understand that's a funny scenario. He seemed just like a dude who be in his feelings a little bit. You know what I mean? Like if Philly had came out and just supported him after he played bad, I really feel like we would be having a different conversation today.
Doc is super at fault coming out saying I can't win with him. Even if that's true, you don't say that publicly.
You don't say that publicly. Even if you believe that in your heart, you can't tell the media
he ain't technically said. He just said, I don't know.
No, Justin, no.
If it ain't yes, it's no. If it ain't yes, it's no, cuz.
Yeah. They asked you, can you win with him? Justin, can you win with Jordan Reddit on your team? And you say, I don't know. That's an answer.
It was kind of crazy. It was crazy.
Even if you say like, yeah, they gonna be like, what was all you gotta know hesitation. Yes, I believe we can win with Ben Simmons. We just came up short this year as a team. We gonna regroup. We gonna get better in off season. We gonna come back nice next year.
We'll do better as coaches to get him in better positions to help our team.
Flat out wash your hands. No.
He must have pissed Doc off, though. He must have said something crazy. He was acting soft or something, man.
They could not play Ben in the fourth quarter because he was 15 of 45 in the series against ATL. So he was like worse than Ben Wallace at the free throw line, especially when it mattered. Then he took 45 shots and he lost his confidence. So Doc's saying, I can't even play you.
Right. Yeah. I mean, but it's been like that for him for the last couple of playoffs. Remember when the year when they had to take him completely off the ball and Jimmy Butler had the ball. Like, you can't do that and you making all that money. Like,
I know
it's just certain things you can't justify. You know what
I know basketball isn't this simple, but I literally would like just do pin downs for Ben where he's posting up with his hands like this right underneath the basket. And I'm like, Ben, I don't care if you miss 10 free throws. Just run everybody over. Drop step, boom. Like, obviously, he's not Dwight Howard, but in Dwight Howard's prime in Orlando, he didn't care about missed free throws. Dwight was every play. I'm at the free throw line every time. Put the pressure on the defense. And Ben, I wouldn't trade for Ben unless it's like,
I mean, I would.
You're giving him to.
I still would. Because, I mean, environment has a lot to do with everything.
That's true.
I mean, he is kind of a soft-minded guy, but if you put him in a good environment, he's still a threat, regardless of what you do. But I mean, like I said, man, it's run its course. But for Philly, you still got to take your time and make sure you get what you need because you got a staple in Joel Embiid that you don't want to waste his years too, and you want to be able to get the best out of him because he's injury prone. And
he's fed up. He even said he done with Ben. He said, I
man,
don't care about that man no more.
bro, listen. Shout out to Joel Embiid, bro, because I felt like that was the realest statement that you could say. Because a lot of times, man, let's not beat around the bush. Let's get straight to the point. Like, look, man, I ain't think about him no more, man. That's how, because a lot of times you ask some guys in these interviews, and they'll be politically correct. Man,
and that's what Embiid was doing.
I'm saying
he was like, we would love to have him back. We need. And then once he came back and pulled that what he did, and be like, bro, just and B might have told Doc, like, bro, just send him home. Like, we don't need this right now, man. I don't blame him.
Like, it looked like in the huddle they wasn't even really paying him no mind. They like, man, dog over there,
Yeah, like we don't know what he on today.
We don't know what he on.
We don't know what dude doing. Yeah.
But all right, man. Tell us about this Kyrie thing. Kyrie, he didn't play tonight. Last week, they did come out and they told us about, him not being able to participate, and he actually went live. But give us some more information on like what's going on.
So Kyrie Irving obviously will not get the vax as of right now. In the state of New York, if you don't get the vaccine, then it's a mandate in New York because of how bad COVID is getting. Yeah. So since he won't get it, he's not eligible to play games in the state of New York. Bradley Beal, even though he's unvaccinated and just played in Madison Square or played in New York, because he's not a resident, it's not mandated for him. So as long as he passes COVID tests, you can play. For Kyrie, though, and we all know Kyrie, going back to the earth is flat and, all the other things he said he isn't anti-vax. He said he's doing it for the people who are losing their jobs because they are forced to getting the vax. And on one hand, because you do hear a lot about Kyrie doing a lot of good things, in the community. He's helped out the WNBA. He's helped out so many. I don't think Kyrie is a bad person, but sometimes I do think he tries to get ahead of himself with what he's saying, because I mean, who knows? But regardless, now he's still going to make $17 million because he's going to get paid for the games he's eligible in. But I applaud the Nets for telling him to go home. Durant had COVID twice last year, had to miss an excessive amount of games for either having it or being around somebody that has it. You got to protect your assets in your organization at the end of the day. And Kyrie, right now, we respect what you're doing, but until you figure out what you're trying to do, we gonna have to do our own thing. But he's also one of those guys sitting at home now.
And he don't care about COVID. Remember, he willingly broke the protocol last year and went to a family party, and
that's what makes it seem so like it's like you're trying to stand for something, but then you don't even preach what you practice. Like you said, he's out. There was a video, I don't know if this was true, about him playing pickup football. I don't know if y'all saw the video, but he was out playing pickup football the other day. So he's out living his best life.
That's true, that happened, bro.
Yeah. He was out playing pickup football outside and running routes and all that stuff. So, I mean,
Kyrie is special soul, man. I mean, like I said, man, not even just trying to get on his head. Like, man, the dude's so talented. I mean, most of the most talented people is a little off. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it don't matter, man. I mean, like, this is my take on some of this stuff sometimes, man. Like, if it was like, say, for instance, it was a thing that we wasn't mandated to take a vaccine, it'll be somebody complaining about everybody should be vaccinated. So it's just like, it's always going to be some type of complaint somewhere. It's just like, you got to decipher who the guys are actually trying to make a stance or who the guys are just talking just because they don't want nobody to tell them what to do. And I just feel like sometimes Kyrie can be a little like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with you.
I don't know the man personally. I'm going to always say that. I don't know these people personally. I'm just giving my opinion on what I think.
It goes back to you remember in the bubble when the racial injustice was going on and the whole 9 yards, and people were some of the players. I don't want to single your man's out, Jordan, but LeBron was protesting to cancel the season. Obviously, he ended up winning a title that year, so I'm glad he didn't. But it's like when these things come up, sometimes you do want athletes to use their platform to try and do right in the community, in the world, but I don't know. Kyrie,
man. Come on back, man, so we can watch you play, bro. It ain't about basketball, man, but you make a lot of people happy, man. So just even watching.
And you protecting everybody else with the vaccine. I will, Charles Barkley, I don't agree with a lot of things he says, but one thing he did say I agree with is this isn't just about Kyrie. Kyrie, you trying to help others too. Like, you being back saves others too, especially if you're not being responsible when you go out in the public. Like, bro, just get the shot. We miss you, Kai. Come back. My fantasy team misses you too.
And the Nets miss you. They need you because tonight, you feel
they got dumped on. That's big facts.
For sure.
Are you trading Kyrie? Are you going to try and move Kyrie to absolve yourself of this? Although Kyrie said he's going to retire if he gets traded.
Listen, man, Kyrie ain't going nowhere. Hell no, man.
I wouldn't trade for Kyrie either.
I'm just saying, Kyrie. I'm not trading Kyrie nowhere. He's not going nowhere. Nowhere.
When he actually on your team, a tremendous asset.
I don't know if I would trade for Kyrie right now.
That's what I'm saying, because you just don't know what you're gonna get. You just don't know.
Gotta forget this Brian man, so he only gonna answer out of that tree. You know what I'm saying? Like, it gotta be out that tree. But look, man, we gotta move on. We ain't about to spend our whole time talking about being in Kyrie having temper tantrums.
Facts.
It is what it is. We all got a job to do. Let's keep our people healthy and safe. And man, just stop making excuses out here, everybody. Let's just live and get through life and figure it out, man.
Jusballout.
And we back. Still live. Opening night. Lakers on. Warriors.
Tight game so far. 40-41.
Right? What you got? What you say it is, Art?
40-41, early second.
How Brian playing, man?
Brian he looking good. He looking good.
You're 19.
He's looking good.
He ain't missed a shot yet.
Ponder down,
14.
Man.
He's looking good.
Ponder down, man.
Warriors are a bad matchup against LeBron. Now, they don't really have the personnel to really throw at him to slow him down. So
going downhill.
So what's Brian's stats, Art?
He 5-5, 2 of 2 from 3, 14-5-1 in the first half.
Okay,
looking good. Got a block too.
I like that 6. I see you, baby.
You know what I hate? Why do Brian do that? He be looking like an old man when he do this, dog. When he do that, like, look away and he grab the ball for the 3.
Oh, that's cool.
He dribble it and then he grab it. If he look at
that's cool.
Man, Brian looks so generic.
It's like it's coming too.
It's coming. I'm like, bro, if y'all don't grab that ball,
nobody can stop it. The counter to the move is so crazy that they have to respect it.
It's so terrible.
No, it's actually that's the shot you want LeBron to shoot.
Yeah, okay.
He can make it.
If he on the left hand side, if he on the left wing, that boy going in. if he throw it to the right side of him and then pick it up, it's going in. That's his little angle. You know what I mean?
It's to pick your poison, man. They don't want to get blew by and dunked on, so they got to respect that.
He would go 2 for 10 against me doing that move. Steph is
Oh my God! What?
Steph 8, 3, and 4 so far. Not shooting it the best, but we've seen that from Steph. He's gonna get his FGAs up, so he'll be back. He'll be back.
They won't let me.
I guarantee you, he has an explosive second half, as he always.
And
Iguodala has hit 2 threes so far, Jordan.
Yeah,
that's your guy.
Probably 2.
Funny story. In my apartment complex, there's a security guard that works at the city market. And he tells me and Jordan every time he sees him that the Golden State Warriors are going to win the championship. And he only mentions Andre Iguodala. He said that is why they're going to win. So we might even get him on the file one
He
day.
told me.
We got
He
to bring
told me,
Mr. Otis up, man.
bruh.
Mr. Odin.
He told me Andre Iguodala is better than Carmelo.
Yeah, we're gonna have to bring Mr. Otis up, man. Let him get on the pod. Let him speak his piece.
Melo has shot the ball 7 times already.
I like it. Get him
Melo's
up.
gonna get him up. He gonna get him up. He chasing that what he number 9 on the list? He chasing 9?
Yeah, he's top 10 now.
He top 10 for sure, but I think he chasing 9 or something right now. I think he probably passed Elgin.
First ballot legend. He's one of the most underrated superstars we have.
Yeah,
but we'll talk about that another
New
time.
York years was just that wasn't his best time. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only thing I can say that kind of hurt him. Is them New York.
It did.
But early New York, he was cooking. Like when they was in the playoffs versus the Heat and that, like them, like he was killing. Big shot after big shot against, I don't know if it was like the Bulls or I forgot who they was playing, but he was just hitting big shots.
Amari's knees failed him, and then it was just downhill from there. Oh, yeah. Shout out Amari Stoudemire, one of my favorite players from back in the day. But it's hell.
Shout out to Amari. I was hoping that you could have got paired with Brian earlier in your career, but we got Antoine Jameson that season, so I'll never forgive Cleveland management for that.
Mr. Long Floater. Antoine Jameson. Hey, but look, man, let's talk about these games of the week, man. It is opening week, so I thought we talk about some of the games that we excited about, and give us a little analysis on, update to the people on what's going on this week, man. The 2 games I'm really intrigued by watching this week is Chicago or Detroit on Wednesday. Of course, you want to see what Chicago looking with they new core. They're going to be exciting this season, man. As far as Zach just keeps improving every year. DeMar DeRozan gonna bring in that.
My guy.
Yeah, DeMar gonna bring in that experience, and I think Lonzo is very, very underrated. His IQ for the game is I respect it a lot, and his jumper, you gotta respect him. Keep getting better every year. You gotta respect that. So Chicago is very exciting, and I want to see what our number 1 pick gonna do. Cade Cunningham, man, he didn't play during the preseason because of an ankle injury, but I'm excited to see him begin his journey in the D, and see if he could turn some things around for us, man.
Definitely be glued in for that one.
Cade Icewood, I'm gonna grab a jersey. Cade, you feel me? Shout out to you, Cade.
This is gonna sound rude, but I'm hoping to actually see the Bulls come out with a statement. Like, you need to come out. You need to come out and beat the Pistons by 20
Are you
first
gonna
night.
be down the street from them, bro, and just disrespect them like that, bro? That's how.
Listen,
across the street.
Yeah,
low-key,
exactly.
low-key.
That's what I'm saying. This dude is across the street from the arena, and he just gonna disrespect them like that.
Shout out T's for 3, man. I love going to Pistons games.
Shout out T's for 3s.
Yeah, for sure. Good time, Mason. Shout out Mason. I love going to Pistons game, but the Bulls need to come out.
They do though,
and
I feel what you're saying, though, Art.
Yeah, and this is like you said. You see the core. They need to come out and let put the league on notice.
Yeah, for sure. My next game that I have is two guys from the same draft class that's probably gonna be paired together for the rest of their career. I want to see this matchup with Dallas at Atlanta on Thursday. I want to see what Luka gonna look like with Jason Kidd having another smart guy over there that's a legend, Hall of Famer, and then Atlanta. I want to see if they're gonna pick up from where they left off at, or was it a fluke? I want to see Trey got that bread, John got that bread, Clint.
X.
So I want to see them earn it. I want to see them take another step, and Trey continue to put his stamp on the lead as being a new star. And Luka, I already know what he gonna do. I just want to see Luka get over the hump of actually
Art, you hear that?
making others better, not stat wise, if that makes sense.
You don't
I
even
feel
do
like
that.
I feel like you can get in the shit. I feel like you can get like, because they give an assist just off of, a nice trail, you know what I'm saying? Nice little outlet up, pass.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
And you get an assist, like you like, damn, he had 13 assists, but like he was 13 for 29, but those other shots that he missed with them 13 for 29 was like him taking last minute shots on the shot clock and everybody standing looking at him. Like, I just
I just want you for Jordan's sake to announce them as title contending Dallas Mavericks. Because, according to Jordan, they got just a bed of talent over there. So it should be a great game.
Art mad because I told him his man's Luka was up 2-0 in the play.
Oh my
2
God.
years in a row and couldn't get over the hump. That's all I'm saying.
Bro, they weren't even supposed to be up 2-0.
Is Luka good or is he not good?
But why though? We already giving them the stamp. So
you feel me?
Dallas is not that good, y'all. Y'all know that too.
Is Luka good though? He's elite. About how good he elite. So he was elite enough to get a 2-0 lead in a playoff series two years in a row.
Come on. Against Kawhi and PG.
So like he won 2 straight games.
But that can't now turn into an expectation because he had 2 very elite games.
In LA both times, by the way. Or one was in the bubble.
Come on. He can't beat the Clippers by himself.
The first year I give him a pass, but last year he shouldn't have got that.
The reason he by himself is because he leads the league in usage and he sits everybody else in the corner to sit there and watch him until it's 4 seconds left on the shot.
Sound familiar, don't it?
Cannot get the shot off, so he got
you talking about hard,
familiar, right? It sounds familiar, right?
You said that sound like somebody we said that's right behind me.
Because Brian don't usage. Don't do that.
But Luka has to have you want him to give playmaking responsibilities to some of his other teammates. I just don't think Trey Burke, Jalen Brunson, who I do like, Tim Hardaway, who I do like, shout out Michigan.
Some good right there.
You ain't even naming Kristaps, the other all-star caliber guy, a co-star that they was bringing.
Kristaps is a very good talent, but he's not like a playmaker is what I mean. So basically what I'm saying is
what Kristaps is, because in New York he was cooking, but when he stand in the corner over here in Dallas, still averaging 20 for you, just standing over here in the corner.
That's what I'm saying.
Health has a bit to do with that because he hasn't really been healthy since he's been there. So
bro, Kristaps spoke out, frustrated with his role. Rick Carlisle retired. That's more than health, bro. That's the culture. Everything revolves around Luka. They don't listen to no outside noises.
Sub Luka for Giannis right now, and how good are the Bucks?
Not winning the ship.
Tripping.
No, hey, bro. Luka go for 50 in a day.
Luka and Giannis?
If he swapped Luka and Giannis, the Bucks do not win the championship.
You said, hold on. I'm just trying to make sure. Is Giannis and Luka on the same team anywhere that we talking about? Right?
No.
Swap.
I'm saying if you give Luka a team that if you put him on the Bucks instead of Giannis, you put him on the Lakers instead of LeBron.
They're not winning the shit.
They don't win the championship, bro.
No, sir.
They don't get past Atlanta.
You gotta put respect on Giannis' name, bro.
I love Giannis. I have Giannis above Luka in my player rankings. He's a baller, but Luka also put him on one of those teams. Put him on give him Anthony Davis. You know what I'm saying?
Anthony Davis to be standing in the corner like Kristaps is. What you mean?
He was standing in the corner on the Lakers. We kept tweeting about
that's
man.
Carlisle, bro.
Why won't Anthony Davis go down and post up? He got a shooting guard on him, but Anthony Davis out there doing behind the backs, shooting fadeaways and 3-pointers. We trust me, we've had these combos about AD.
Yeah,
sure.
but you hear what you saying AD doing? He getting a chance to create for his own. What he created was the behind the back fadeaway. Like Kristaps not getting a chance to do that.
Can't do that.
He was
Not
in New York averaging like 22, 24.
He can get off, but his best attribute is shooting first and foremost. So.
No, but you can't act like when you say shoot, you can't just act like this man is just
no, he not a sit in the corner, Joe Harris, like just catch and shoot. I get you that. I get that.
Got way more G than that. Like
that's all I'm saying. That's all.
But I'm also saying like you're not about to come down and start using Kristaps and pick and rolls too.
Why
like
not?
That's also
what, bro? He was he literally led New York in scoring.
Why are you not doing that?
That's not his game.
But you can mix that up. You can give me pick and roll and pick and pop. Let's confuse the D. Like, come on, the dude's still 7'4".
I'm with you.
He's still 7'4".
I'm with you.
I'm sorry, bro.
Dallas will be back in the playoffs because Luka's gonna carry them, and then they'll lose in the first and second round because there's not enough rivalry.
My bad.
I love giving his man.
I saw Steph in the background. My bad.
Go.
No, but who got next on this game?
I was about to say, moving on to my games. Of course, Friday, I want to see the Lake Show versus Phoenix. I need my revenge. Phoenix snuck up out the first round on us due to AD getting going down, due to Brian not being 100%, due to KCP shooting 7% from 3. So, it was a multitude of factors there. But, man.
All the former Lake Show brothers down.
If we would have got out that first round, man, we would have walked to the finals. You had Nuggets, no Murray. You had Clippers, no Kawhi. And we would have popped Giannis in them last year. So they lucky. So, yeah, Friday, all of that coming out, man. We going to go statement win. Let them boys know. Pay DeAndre Ayton. And good luck this season, Phoenix.
The game is in Phoenix, right?
Is it in Phoenix?
Give me 2
I'm pretty sure it is.
I think it is.
Listen.
I think it is.
Phoenix Phoenix got that game circled on their calendar too, bro.
For sure.
Because a lot of people like Milwaukee are saying that their finals trip was a fluke.
Phoenix
at Phoenix at LA?
Phoenix gonna try and make a statement too. So that's definitely gonna be a good one. And they kind of don't like each other.
Nah, for sure.
Right. Jay Crowder want to talk junk. You feel me? Brian gonna go crazy. Don't worry.
Brian was looking kind of mad in that picture he took with D Book at the end when they swapped jerseys too. He was like,
"No, Book is man.
I don't even want to take a picture with a little young punk."
I mean, we did just lose.
With this young punk.
We did just lose. You feel me? He didn't ask me at the best moment, but my other game, Charlotte versus Boston on Monday. The reason I like this game, I'm like all in.
More game, but I like it though.
I'm all in on LaMelo, bro. I'm like all 100%, all legs.
I like 60. I know it was preseason.
Yeah, that was bad.
No,
all of
that was bad.
That was crazy. Yeah, no, that was crazy. But still, I'm all in on LaMelo. I think he is one of the bright spots of the future in the NBA. Obviously, I'm not a fan of the Celtics at all, but I love Jason Tatum's game. I like Jaylen Brown. So I'm interested to see what they look like. Brad is not on the sideline this year, so I just want to see what the Celtics do.
That's true.
They added Schroeder.
Kimba's gone too.
Hey, it's sad that I don't know my man's name. I just know him as Nia Long husband.
Ime Umadoka.
Yeah, Umadoka, yeah.
I'll be like, man, that's Nia Long husband. That's all I'll be knowing. Like, I'm my bad. Shout out to him though, man. Congratulations on the new job, man. But
does Boston make the playoffs this year?
I'm a little on the fence with them, bro. I'm not gonna.
They did get Al Horford, so that he'll help.
What does that mean?
Hey, Jordan, don't let him talk down about our boy Al Ho like that.
What does that mean?
Al gonna come back.
Lansing's finest. So who he Grand Blank? Was he from Grant? What was it?
Lansing.
It was Lansing? Lansing's finest. No.
Hey, Al know that Boston culture, man. He gonna come in hard nosed with his lunch pail and his hard hat on every day, ready to go to work.
Depth, bro. It's been the same problem with them, man. They need some depth, man. You got Jason.
Yeah.
You got Jalen. And you got Marcus. But like Marcus only gonna give you so much. He inconsistent on the offensive end. So,
Yeah, they got guys like Grant Williams. He's not really a scorer.
bro, I don't understand.
Peyton
maybe it's
Pritchard.
Peyton Pritchard.
I like Peyton Pritchard though.
I'm about to say, don't sleep.
I'm not gonna lie.
Nice,
Peyton's
bro.
nice though. Peyton is a nice backup point guard.
Hey, definitely kind of nice out there with it.
For sure.
A little bit.
Nice.
I think they'll be on the cusp. I'm pretty sure they'll probably be in a playing game.
They got Schroeder. That's tough over there.
In the playing game. All right, I'm
Y'all
not
kind of sleeping on them. I think that they can at least get a top 6 seed, bro.
I just think the East is a lot deeper than what it has been over the. Yeah, that's kind of where I got them too.
They like 7, cause that's.
I think that's where they finished last year too. Honestly,
Yeah, cause I just don't feel like they got better.
I think that they will finish better than the Knicks this year. I'm not gonna lie.
Shit, I think the Knicks might finish better than them.
No, I think the Knicks low key borderline might not make the playoffs. To be honest,
I don't see that's the reason why I don't think that's gonna happen is just because I feel like the culture they didn't create it is solid over there, and I think Tibbs is a good coach, and I think like I think when you got a winning spirit around, man, that shit contagious, man. Like I don't know, it's just like even when I feel like even back in the day, not comparing them in no shape, form, or fashion. Like our old Pistons. Like I didn't think they like, statistically, you like looking at like the players like, yeah, Rip was Rip. Rip had just came from Washington. Chauncey was just coming like off the bench at Minnesota. Like
I know you're not comparing the Knicks to the 03 Pistons, bro.
You see what I mean? I know, right? Cause
you got a disclaimer.
Give a disclaimer. I give a disclaimer. He gonna still come with it. I knew he was gonna do that. See, I don't even want to give my point no more, man. Go ahead, man. What's your next game?
I got one for the East and West. Starting East, Miami plays Indiana. It's not really the sexiest matchup that jumps, but I do think that the East will be more competitive in terms of like people trying to make the playoffs. Because like I said, I think New York is right on the bubble of making it. I think Indiana, once they get healthy, and if they can stay healthy, like Brogdon, Sabonis, Karis LeVert was balling last year. Miles Turner was playing well. I like the kid they drafted out of Oregon, the rookie. Yes, I think if they can stay healthy, they're gonna make some noise. And then Miami, obviously, you add Kyle Lowry, and then they're coming off that the bubble run, and everybody thought it was a fluke. They said they just had a hot run, and then they came out last year with COVID and injuries
too, though, bro.
Right, and I agree with you, but they stunk it up last year, and obviously they limped to the playoffs and they got in there. Actually, they won a playoff series and swept the Pacers, but after they just didn't have enough. So you add Lowry to replace Dragic. Jimmy's back. Obviously, this is supposed to be the next step for Bam. They paid Duncan Robinson almost $100 million. So there's a lot of expectation and anticipation and hype for them. So I think those will be teams that could potentially see each other in the playoffs. Maybe, if this Kyrie and Ben stuff keeps going on, those could be teams that might even be a player in the playoffs. We saw Atlanta in the conference finals last year. And then the West is kind of in the same thing. I'm not really looking at the top, but Golden State and Sacramento. Those are two teams that I think are also going to be competing for playoff spots. We see the Warriors back here. We don't have Klay Thompson back yet. So I don't think that they are going to be a great team. They have a lot of young players too. So they're definitely going to be in dogfights every single night. Steph is going to have to be Superman every single night to once again get them in the playoffs. And obviously if they don't make the playoffs, Jordan's going to be saying ridiculous stuff about Steph's legacy. Bron would have and all this stuff. So
I'm just saying, man, because you said Steph got to be amazing to get him to the offs. He wasn't amazing last year, then, huh?
He was amazing. He was very amazing. Second scoring title, efficient, all that. But these are the type of games you're going to see every night, especially in the Western Conference. I think there's probably about 4 bad teams in the West, The Houston stinks. The Pelicans probably won't be very good since Zion is out, and the Thunder are going to be dog water. But other than that, all the other teams playing against each other, those are going to be battles. The Grizzlies are probably going to be a 9-10 seed, but that's not a gimme game for anybody on any given night. The Blazers, the Mavericks, the Clippers, even without Kawhi, those are going to be tough games. So those are the type of games I like, not necessarily just like Nets and Bucks, but I like seeing the teams that are good but not great just really competing every night to try and regular season is more important for Golden State and Sacramento. Like the Nets don't care about losing tonight because they know they're going to be in the playoffs.
Right, for sure. So basically, moving on, we gave our games of the week, man. It's gonna be an exciting week, man. I'm gonna be tuned in all week, picking off some of these.
Can't wait.
Seeing some of these new stars being made, and man, it's gonna be a good season, man. I'm really excited about this season.
My favorite time of the year.
I thought a good thing.
Parlay tickets in.
Good luck, man, because I was just thinking, I'm like, we can't do it in Georgia. I'm like, man, I'm gonna have to start.
Hey, I love me.
Tickets up the way.
My first ticket of the NBA season went in flames as soon as Drew Holiday went hurt. Maybe that's a sign. Maybe it's a sign.
Just relax, man. You got to ease into it, bro. You can't just jump in.
You got to. Right. You're right.
You got to ease into it.
I should have just picked the book straight up, man. Pick the spread, threw some cheese on it, and then
make it simple.
It's we always get greedy, but that's human nature.
For sure. Let's talk about some of these award predictions for the season, man. As we just kind of just wrap up on this show. The guys that I'm expecting to for these awards this season is my MVP. I'm going back Giannis. I think Giannis could win it again. I just think Milwaukee has always been a good regular season team. So they're gonna be top 3 in the East, at least. Giannis is
they're gonna be one. They're gonna be one seed.
I'm just throwing it out there, possible. They're gonna be either 3. They're gonna either be 1 through
3 at worst. 3 at worst. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I just think Giannis is literally a walking 25 and 12 every night.
That's being polite, to be honest with you.
But I'm just saying, when you walk in and give me 25 and 12. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
5 assists, couple blocks, he give you everything.
In less minutes, you know what I'm saying, than most.
And he plays defense.
That's my whole thing. So you're going to have about 2-3 blocks, you know what I'm saying, to add to that. So I'm looking at another MVP season, him keep adding to his accolades. Most improved award. I gave my team to make the playoffs this year that didn't not make the playoffs last season. I think De'Aaron Fox, he had a hell of a end of a season last year. I think he brings that into this season. You can see with Marvin Bagley having his little issues over at Sacramento. Sacramento ain't with the games this year. They going with guys who buying into the system, and that's what it is. They motivated. So I like the direction they going in. So I think De'Aaron Fox gets that most improved award. Coach of the year, Chicago, I feel like is going to, have a really good season in the East with them having a lot of talent surrounded around a nice, solid coach that's not going to do too much overcoaching. Good players coach, Billy Donovan. I think he's going to do a good job and win that Coach of the Year award. Rookie of the Year, even though I'm not really a fan of the kid, but I think, I always want to see guys win. And the only reason I said I wasn't a fan of because he was talking about my city, man. I'm really emotional about my city, man. I ain't like how Jalen Green was talking, man, but I think he's going to have a really good season this year. He's going to be able to put up shots. They're going to lose a lot, but he's going to put up his buckets, and I think that's going to stand out for him to be able to get a Rookie of the Year, even though I want K to get it bad. Sixth Man of the Year, I think we saw it tonight. Patty got to be Sixth Man of the Year, man. If
he looked good,
but it might be a chance that he might not get it because injuries could cut the award. You know what I'm saying? I guess you only can play a certain amount of games to be considered a sixth man. But I'm hoping Patty is my choice. Defensive player of the year. I think we go back and we get another point guard in the books besides Gary Payton. I think Drew Holiday gets that award this year because I think his defense is finally, I think we kind of getting past the phase of all watching the stats on the defensive end, just kind of more like looking at the game,
watching the game, right?
Watching the game. And I think people are starting to see certain things just because we saw it in the playoffs. Like, dude is definitely one of the top defenders in the game. So those my picks, my award predictions for the season.
Okay.
Jordan, I'll let you go because I know all yours gonna be wrong. So I'll let you go next.
Yeah, he might have all Laker, everything.
right. Rookie of the year, Austin Reeves. Go ahead.
Hey, brother, shout out Austin Reeves. Shout out Austin Reeves because he got game. You feel me? MVP, I'm going Steph. I think while I do kind of agree with you, after watching Giannis tonight, it looked like he might try to double back,
Feel me?
But I think just how the Warriors are constructed, if they're going to succeed, it's literally going to fall on the shoulders of Steph. So, I just think he's going to bring it home. Defensive player of the year, Bam Adebayo.
I can see that.
These are all people you don't even like. That's crazy.
Bro, I'm giving my picks. You feel me?
You're right. My bad.
Man. I ain't just going off emotion. I'm giving my picks. My rookie of the year, Cade Icewood. You know what I'm saying? I'm staying home.
Stay home.
I'll be at the games with the jersey on, man. Come up to me, dap me up. Shout out Jusballout. K, if you listening, I'll be there, bro. Just look for the dude with the K jersey on, dap me up. Shout out Jusballout. Sixth man of the year. I agree. Patty Mills. We made the picks. I wrote the pick down before the game even happened, but he just kind of validated what I was thinking a little bit. So, yeah, I'm right there with you. Coach of the year. I'm going to go back to Indiana, what Art you was just talking about. I think Rick Carlisle switching over. I think them getting healthy. They weren't a playoff team last year. I do expect them to be a playoff team this year. I could see Rick Carlisle definitely taking Coach of the Year home. And I missed one. Most improved. I'm going, this is kind of a little wild ball but I'm going with Daniel Gafford for Washington.
Wow.
I'm not mad at that, though.
My honorary mention.
It's a stretch, though. But it's a stretch.
It's a stretch. It is. I know it is. But I just think, basically, I'm saying I think he's going to have a big year. You feel me?
You saying he's going to improve, but he might not win the award.
Yeah, that's all. That's
my only thing. He only gets it if Spencer Dinwiddie is averaging 8 assists a game.
Type stuff.
That's the only way that he gets it. That's my saving grace, man.
Not bad.
What you got?
3 out.
I had some outrageous.
You already know
analytical picks. Well, this is why, because
I can't wait to hear Mark
gets the ball up 5 seconds before the shot clock.
Yeah.
What you
Giannis
got?
Giannis was a good pick, but I hate how they kind of there's voter fatigue. People don't like to vote for the same guy. And he's won it twice back to back. So even if he's deserving of it, I feel like they're going to just do him dirty.
This would be 3, right? This would be 3.
That would be 3.
Too many, though. How many did Brian get?
Brian has 4. But to be honest with you, Brian,
he can get another one.
Brian doesn't have enough MVPs. And he
but I don't think his fatigue has let out yet. Like Giannis is at his he's at his
prime. He said, right. It's not like when they were trying to get Brian MVP when he was 34, 35 years. Although Mike was winning MVPs at 34, 35 years old.
Let's not forget Brian before his injury was top 3 finalist MVP last year. Let's not forget that.
I have a dark horse MVP, and my main pick is James Harden because I don't know if Kyrie's gonna come back. And before he went down with a hamstring injury last year, he was also one of the favorites. He was playing really, really well. I think they, even without Kyrie, they still gonna have a really good record. He's gonna perform really well. But my dark horse pick is actually Donovan Mitchell. And I know, right? Justin's like, what? But they finished first in the West last year. And it seems like they kind of like nobody's still really paying attention to him. You know, the focus
Not
out
a
west.
bad pick, Art.
The focus was still the Clippers, Lakers, the Suns. You know, people were trying to put Chris Paul as the MVP, as crazy as that sounds.
Number one seed again this year.
Right. And that's why I'm going to kind of just go right into my coach of the year, which I think is going to be Quinn Snyder, because I think they're going to be the number one team in the record wise.
You got to stop you real quick. The reason why I think he's not going to get it is because he shouldn't have got it last year. I don't think he gets it this year. Like, I just don't see him getting it this year because...
No, he didn't get it last year. Thibodeau got it last year.
That's my whole thing. I'm saying that's why I think he's not going to get it, because he should have got it last year. They had the best record in the NBA. You know what I mean? Utah having...
Well, see, that's kind of why I think the media will kind of like, all right, we didn't pay attention. Like, no, these guys are actually pretty good.
Yeah.
And we need to start giving them... So I don't think he'll have enough. Like, he's going to have some gaudy stat lines like over the course of like a month to really be able to put it, because he just doesn't have the household name. Ooh. I don't think that they're Donovan Mitchell.
No,
like obviously
after last year, I think he's like crossing that. Bro, he was in the 75th anniversary commercial. Like, he's crossing.
He's getting there.
Over.
He's getting there.
Sure.
And I think they're gonna have a great year. They don't really have another prolific scorer outside of Jordan Clarkson, who doesn't even start. So he's going to be able to put up numbers. They're going to win a lot of games, but I'm still going to go hard. But don't be surprised if you start hearing Mitchell's name. My coach was Quinn for the same reason.
Man, you got to pick one, though, bro.
You know how Art is. He going to try to head just better every time.
All these honorable mentions,
pick one, man.
I'm gonna go with Harden, because I do think the MVP is a
Donovan, man.
The MVP is a media narrative. It's a lot of narratives that go into it, and I think the fact that they're dealing with this Kyrie thing, if they still come out great and he plays great, they're gonna give it to him. They don't like Kevin Durant, so they're definitely not gonna give it to him. Yeah. So Harden is my pick. Schneider for Coach of the Year. My Defensive Player of the Year is actually Joel Embiid. He's been wanting to win that award. And I think also with Ben doing what he's doing, I feel like he's going to step up even more on both ends of the floor. And he's going to be Defensive Player of the Year. My Rookie of the Year is actually not Jalen Green. And Jordan is going to like this pick. I think Josh Giddey wins Rookie of the Year.
Josh Giddey?
My guy.
That's not a bad pick, too, though. That's not a bad pick, too, because I think his number's going to be gaudy.
I feel like Oklahoma City has a tendency to, if they are nowhere near the playoffs, they shut all their good players down. Right. Shai Alexander will be out the picture at some point after the All-Star game, and then it's just all him.
Well, we want him to be healthy, bro. You know what I'm saying?
We want him to be healthy, but Oklahoma City were sitting guys that weren't even. Well, Jordan can talk about they sent Al Horford home when he was completely healthy.
I think a lot had to do with Shai. Shai got injured, so he
did
majority of the second half of the season. So they was just like, what's the point of even playing? Like, Darius Bazley was hurt. I'm just talking about some of the core guys that they trying to build around.
Jalen Green got to share the ball too down though. It won't just be all him.
But they're gonna get blue, and they like Kevin Porter gonna have 20, and he gonna have a lose 18, and he gonna average 17, 5, and 4. You know what I mean? He gonna get Rookie of the Year. That's them good Rookie of the Year numbers right there.
I don't know. Let's watch.
My sixth man of the year is Derrick Rose.
Yeah,
he's fine. He looks like he's settled into his role. People say, man, why isn't this guy starting? He's playing. So I genuinely think he like enjoys coming off the bench. The game has really came to him now. Now that he's not trying to go out and dunk, obviously because of the knee injuries and stuff, but his jumpers dramatically improved. His floater game, he's playmaking. I think he has a big year, especially because I don't think the Knicks really have a lot of scorers on their team outside of Kemba and Julius. RJ isn't really a scorer to me. So I like Derrick Rose a lot.
They got Fournier too.
They do have Fournier. They did sign him from Orlando, and he will help for sure. And then my most improved player of the year is actually a rookie from last year, and that's Anthony Edwards.
He was literally my other pick. That's a good pick.
Oh, for most improved?
Yes. When he
like that.
He started the year on the bench, but he started the last 36 games or so. And when after the All-Star break, he was 24, 5 and 3 assists a game. Obviously, he's coming out with highlight dunks every year. I think the only thing that he needs to do, like Brandon Ingram, just be close to the play. Just be close to the playing game. I don't expect the Timberwolves to make it, but if you have D'Lo, Cat, and if you take that next step, I think they should at least be able to compete for one of those 5. I don't think they get in, but I really love Anthony Edwards, and I think he has a big year.
Ant. I think Ant could even be better if he didn't settle for the jump shot all the time. He's so athletic. I think he need to go down. He need to get downhill, and he need to get to that basket, get to that line, and just eat. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, a lot of these young kids, they always
just settle for the J.
Always settle for the, the hezzy 3. And sometimes that's lazy. You know what I mean?
He took a lot of bad shots. I mean, obviously as a rookie, first year, he only did a year in college, so he's still learning the game and things like that. So that is one thing I'm hoping to see, better shot selection. We saw that from Trae Young his first year. He shot some really questionable shots, and then the next year it's like, okay, he gets it. He gets it. Like when to pick your spots, when like. Me and Jordan, we watch games all the time, and like the main thing I say is when I'm watching, it's like that's a terrible shot or that's a really good shot. So Ant did have his fair share, but the talent is there. So I think he makes that next step and he's most improved this year.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. I know I picked Gafford, but like I was going to go with Ant Edwards. You know what I'm saying? I'm with you. He's one of my favorite players, man. I could see him being one of my favorite players, throughout his career. Love his game, love his personality. He's hilarious, man. Just watch him him interact with the media and stuff. He's
rooting for him.
Yeah, he's a really marketable, really personable, silly guy. So, yeah, man. I follow all the pages that was, following him through the offseason, man. That Jay looking real nice. He looking real bouncy. He looking like he ready for a strong year this year.
Hopefully that core of him, D'Angelo Russell and Cat, can stay healthy.
Yeah,
it'd be interesting to just see what they do, man. I think Pat gonna bring some energy over there too. So, yeah, man, it's gonna be an exciting season, man. I'm very very excited, man, just to be back watching some ball.
Facts.
Back watching some ball, man. But yeah, man, that's an episode for us. Episode 29. We're gonna keep this Just Ball Out thing going, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm Jay Nix.
I'm Jay Red. Go Lake Show.
That's your boy AB.
Hey, man, we're going to get at y'all on the next one. Holla at you.
Yes, sir.